There have been alcoholics for thousands of years with faith in God, dying, knowing that God's the answer, but they can't actualize it in their own life. I know I'm not the only one that's ever ended up in a jail cell in a moment of just horrid desperation, begged to God that I'm not even sure exists, with tears in my eyes, not to let me drink again. And I drank the day I got out. I bet you there's people in this room that have begged God not to let them drink again and drank again. There's probably people in this room that have been saved or born again and then drank again. Because the problem is not lack of faith, it's lack of power. I have to actualize and make a connection with God. We talk about something in Alcoholics Anonymous that I don't know that it's unique, but sometimes it appears what we're talking about is different than what I hear out there a lot. We talk about this thing called conscious contact. And there's a very big difference between conscious contact and faith. All of you that drove here today, when you leave, you will get in your cars and you will go out on the road and you'll go out there with faith that there are traffic laws and there are police to enforce them, and possibly that faith will inhibit your driving patterns and you will drive accordingly to what you believe. That's a good thing. You get a cop in your rearview mirror with his lights flashing, you got conscious contact. And one is experiential in the now, right here, and the other was just of the mind. The problem with faith of just in the mind, in moments of severe turmoil, it's elusive. I must seek at best intermittent conscious contact. And the reason I say it's intermittent is I've never known anyone who legitimately can make a conscious contact with God and hold it. It seems to come and go like the waves on the shore. There are days when I've just walked out of a fifth step, listened to some guy's fifth step, or I just came off a 12-step call, or I just walked out of the detox meeting where I'm plugged in. I feel the presence of God. I am very hooked in. I mean, I should have a tent and a tambourine. I am plugged in. And then there are other days where I'm on my knees in the morning. I don't believe and feel like there's anything. But I say that I'm praying anyway, just hoping it's going to turn around and the wave will come back in again. And I think the important thing is the actions that I take, regardless of how I feel. Regardless, because if you take the first couple letters off the word spiritual, you end up with the word ritual. And I take the actions of someone who's a member of Alcoholics Anonymous on the days I feel plugged in, and I take them on the days of desolation, when I feel alone and I have no contact with God. And what happens is it cycles. Some days I feel very connected, and other days all I feel is me. And it always cycles. And the important thing is to stay centered in the solution.